The 12 Pakistani soldiers were killed in a suicide attack on a checkpost in northwest Pakistan's Bannu district. This came just hours after a separate clash that left 8 soldiers dead in the same region bordering Afghanistan. The suicide blast led to the collapse of a portion of the perimeter wall and damaged the adjoining infrastructure in the ensuing fire exchange, where 6 terrorists are reported to be killed. The Pakistani forces claim that the attempt to enter the post was effectively thwarted, which forced one of the suicide bombers to ram an explosive-laden vehicle into the wall of the post, resulting in the killing of about 12 soldiers on Monday. Another attack took place in the Tira area of the province. As per an official who spoke on conditions of anonymity, the clash lasted for several hours and resulted in the death of about 8 soldiers and 9 terrorists. The report further added that the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan later claimed responsibility for the attack. In another related incident, 7 policemen were abducted and later released from a security post in the Bannu district. Meanwhile, a top Pakistan civil military body has given its nod for its military operations in the Balochistan province. And as per a statement issued by the Pakistani Prime Minister's office, the Apex Committee has authorized the military to act against organizations such as the Majid Brigade, the Baloch Liberation Army, the BLF and the BRAS. Now, Pakistan has charged these organizations of attacking on civilians, foreign nationals and security forces in Pakistan. These organizations are also accused of trying to scuttle Pakistan's economy by creating insecurity at the behest of some hostile external powers. The chief ministers of all the provinces, the chief of the army staff, General Syed Asim Munir, cabinet members and government officials were present at the meeting. The development came amidst a sharp spike in terror attacks in the province, and earlier in the month, a major suicide blast had claimed the lives of 27 people and had left over 60 others injured at a railway station in Quetta. All right, now to give us more updates in terms of what is happening in Pakistan at the moment, we're joined by WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief, who's joining us live on this broadcast from Islamabad. Anas, it's been yet another spate of attacks that we've witnessed in Pakistan. Tell us what's in fact happened in these attacks and why is it that the TTP has again carried out these suicide bombings?
Well, it's been quite of a bloody week against the Pakistani military, where it has suffered quite a lot of losses in this particular week throughout. The death toll varies, but in the latest attack that took place yesterday in Bannu, and that was on a joint checkpost where at least 12 soldiers, 10 of which belong to the Pakistani military, the Pakistani army, and 2 of which belong to the FC, that is the paramilitary. They lost their lives when an attack took place on their checkpost, and a suicide bomber, a car bomb, rammed their vehicle, resulting in the damage of the infrastructure. That has led to the loss of at least 12 soldiers. That being said, the Pakistani, coming to your question, we've seen that there is a recent uptick in attacks. The Pakistani civil military body, the Apex Committee, has approved an operation in Balochistan, particularly against the BLF, the BLA, the BRAS and Majid Brigade. But with regards to the attacks that have increased here in Islamabad long says that this is because of Afghanistan providing safe havens to terrorist organizations, including the Hafiz Gul Bahadur group, an offshoot of which has claimed the recent attack in Bannu as well, which is Ansar al-Mahdi. It is a group that is relatively lesser known, but Hafiz Gul Bahadur group, remember, is the same group against which Islamabad carried out its bombings in Kunard, across the border in Kunard and in Khost in March this year in Afghanistan, saying that Islamabad had carried out precision strikes on terror camps being operated by the Hafiz Gul Bahadur group itself.
Right.
Salih?
Now, this group that goes by the name Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, or as the Pakistani Taliban as it is known, now the Pakistani establishment has been trying to crush this terror outfit for a very long time now. It's been battling against this group for months and years. Why is it that Pakistan is not able to put a lid on these attacks by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan?
There are many factors to it. First and foremost is the proximity of havens that it enjoys, number one. Number two, the amount of ammunition and supplies that it has following the withdrawal of allied forces across the border in Afghanistan. And third and foremost, it is also important to understand the dynamics of the TTP, which sort of gains strength following the takeover of Taliban in neighboring Afghanistan. All of these factors combined is is a recipe for disaster for the Pakistani establishment and for the Pakistani military. The reason we've seen these spate of attacks continuing and rather increasing since the fall, especially by many folds, up to about 800% since August 2021, since the takeover of Taliban, and since November 2022, when unilateral ceasefire was ended, we've seen that these attacks have risen up to about 500% itself.
All right, we'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those updates there. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.